you want to have more sex and passion in your life. You're trying to do the right things. You're well-intended, but she's saying that you're controlling. She's saying, I'm controlling. This topic came up on today's The C Note Show. We just finished that today. It's December 2nd, 2020 right now. And the concept of, I'm trying to do all the right things, but she says I'm controlling. What do I do? I talked about that you need to be the protagonist in your own story. Your frame, your narrative on life is that you're the protagonist. And you also need to allow her to be the protagonist of her own story. She's not a player just in your world. She's a protagonist and the lead of her world as well. And if you try to force that out of her, if you're trying to force what you believe to be right onto her, she's going to feel that that's controlling, no matter how well intended that you are. And like me, when I found this work over 5 years ago at this point, I thought I was doing everything right too, until I realized that I wasn't, until she said that I love you, but I'm not in love with you, until I saw a text from another man on her phone. I thought I was doing everything right up until then as well. So do you want to be right, or do you want to be effective? Do you want to be right, or do you want to have an amazing, connected, passionate relationship? Because like me, if you're watching this, you're realizing right now that you don't know everything. And I realize I won't know everything. And if you're in that spot, then you're in trouble, and she's going to feel like you're controlling. So Cynthia, tell us about allowing her to be the protagonist in her own life. Like the gentleman on our call today on the C Note Show Experience today said, that he's done a 180 and stopped trying to control so many things that he thought were the right thing and starting to worry about his own self, turning his shoulders in the world. What does that feel like for a woman when he does that for himself and he allows her to run her own life as well? Why is that going to help her feel more connected and passionate with him? Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, something you mentioned was that men in general, masculine energy chooses a strategy and then goes for it. And that's how you do life. And it's so tough for women to understand that the man in their life has a strategy that's very different than theirs. And then sometimes on the opposite side, I think it's hard to look at the woman in your life and go, oh, she has her own strategies and ways of doing things. And both ways are correct and right for each person. The problem is if either one tries to make their personal strategy the one, the other person ends up feeling judged, nagged, scolded. And on the woman's side, when a man is thinking that she has to do things his way, she can feel kind of claustrophobic. That leads to the I need space phrase. She feels like he must think that she's incapable or maybe even stupid. Whereas when he allows her to be her own protagonist, she feels that he values her, that he trusts her, that she has space to be herself in the relationship. And that's going to, when a woman feels that, and that it's entirely okay, the coming back to you is she can't wait to return to relationship. She can't wait to wrap herself around you. She can't wait to soften next to you because she's been allowed to be her own person and then come and join you as the archetype, sensual, connected, loving woman that she just longs to be with you.
Yeah, it allows her to feel your masculine container, to have that polarity. It can't be you smothering her all this time, right? She needs to feel she's able to flow in the feminine to come back to you. And this is what we teach. This is what you learn. And all the men and I learned when I started this work of how to do this, how to make her hot for you, how to be that man that can turn his shoulders, be confident in the world, and easily draw her in. I say that this is my new way of saving your marriage, the stop, grow, ask 3 phases that we teach within our membership levels, our private forum. Go to greatmenmovemountains.com and check that out. And Cynthia, one thing that I said today, a guy asked about how do I do this and still be the warrior king in my life? And I said, if you're not sure what to do, often it's best to shut up as a man. You do not try to verbally talk your way through it. Don't try to fix it with flapping your mouth or your pumpkin pie hole. Like I love pumpkin pie. So stop trying to talk your way through it. Go to the gym, go out in nature, go take a walk, and talk to other men. Post on our free Facebook forum, post within our private paid forum as well. Go reach out to other men and bounce some shit off of the men so you don't take it out on her, and so you can stop, you know, shoving your foot in your mouth. That's one of the biggest things that we need to stop doing right away, is putting our foot in our mouth as a man. Cynthia, thanks for being here. I'm Mr. Jeff Allen.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Cruz.
Go to greatmenmovemountains.com and we'll see you guys soon. Go move mountains. That's the other thing. Go move mountains one step at a time. Ciao, guys.